Good evening, everyone. If you're catching this with me, it's the live results are about to happen. We got a little interview with Martin Österdahl at the moment. It's been another semifinal with some ups and downs, I'd say. I thought it was pretty lackluster in the first half, I gotta say. But all of the good stuff came later from me, like from my personal preferences, I'd say. And at the end, I was pretty satisfied with it. I got a few songs that I'm rooting for. None of them are really in danger, but I'd say that the biggest, like the most positive surprise for me that I'm really rooting for, that's not, of course, a given, would be Albania tonight. I thought they really knocked it out of the park with the performance, and so I'm kind of rooting for them. But the most important, Slovenia, has to be. So first qualifier already being announced. It's going very fast here. Of course, this is gonna be a bit dragged out, but we'll see what happens here. Albania's the first one! Albania went through! And that was the one that I was worried about. I thought that Albania were really, really great tonight. Like, the performance was top tier, and everything just clicked. I'm so stoked for them. Wow. Happy for Albania. Really happy for Albania. Their performance just elevated them and made them go through. Ecstatic for that. Wonderful. Congratulations, Albania. Great start for this, but I mean, that was the one that I was a bit like, could it make it or not? And they already announced it. They also announced Cyprus. Um, Cyprus was of course a given. Like everyone knew Cyprus was gonna go through. I was, I can't really like exaggerate, but I was very disappointed with Cyprus tonight. I thought the vocals were very weak. It was basically only backing track, and whenever his vocals shone through, was not convincing. But staged well, has a killer hook. You know, it was always going to qualify, but it's not something that I'm rooting for on Saturday. That's for sure. But I think it deserves to go through. There were, I mean, it was still in my top 10 from tonight. So Estonia next one. This is interesting because Estonia is probably the one that I thought maybe Albania would take the place from, or maybe Poland could miss out as well, of course. But we'll see. Estonia, I thought, like, I think she's better than the song, I guess. The song is nice, but it's a bit on the slow side, especially in the middle part. But her vocal performance was just superb, so of course Estonia deserves to go through as well. I was just a bit worried that it might miss out. Fourth one up next. Belgium, yeah, I expected that as well. I think most of us expected that. Belgium is simply not for me. It's not a song that I click with whatsoever. It was well performed, and I'm happy for them. But like, if it was in the first semi, I'd be pretty disappointed with Belgium going through, I guess. But in this semifinal, it's completely fine, and it was expected, of course. So yeah, it seems like the I'm delayed compared to the chat because people are already saying Austria are going through. So I won't look at the chat anymore because I haven't seen Austria go through yet. But I guess there's no surprise to this then. Yeah, okay, you were right. So I'm just gonna stop looking at the chat because I just get spoiled. So Austria went through. Austria, it was good. It was really really good. But I think most of that is just down to the song. I thought the performance completely lacked energy. It wasn't really something that's like screamed through the screen, I'd say, and a bit disappointed in that, I guess. But the song is still way enough for it to just be be among the best ones tonight, I'd say. But I wasn't overly enjoying the energy of it. Still, one of the best. Lithuania through as well. Absolutely deserves it. Really got that vibe from watching it tonight that it's going to be a jury favorite. They're going to put it pretty high, and the televote was also on board for it. I think it comes together really nicely, especially like towards the end where the different vocals combine with the backing vocals and her main vocal in the middle. It's a nice combination. I think it really clicks. Let's see how many spots we have left. Actually, I mean both Armenia and Georgia are left, and Slovenia are left. How many spots do we have left? We have four. Okay, so Armenia, Slovenia, Poland. Wait. So either Armenia, Georgia, Slovenia, or Australia are not making it. If one was gonna miss out, I did not expect it to be one of those four. What? There's three spots. We have Armenia, Slovenia, Georgia, and Australia left. Like Denmark, Romania, Iceland, Greece, San Marino, they're all out. For sure. They're all out. This is such a different vibe from Tuesday because on Tuesday I was just praying for Latvia all the time and I was pretty like set down. But tonight I don't really care. I just want Slovenia mainly. But I mean, I wanted Australia or Armenia and Georgia. I want them too, but obviously not all of them will go through. Australia, yeah, or well, not unexpected, expected. I'd say they really just the live show was phenomenal, really, really great. And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually ended up winning the semifinal. It just felt like that complete package there towards the end. It was explosive, it was massive, just felt complete, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if Australia was the winner tonight. Would it really be like Slovenia are surely making it? They can't miss out. They can't miss out. I'm sorry, Victor from Greece, but you're not making it. I can't imagine you making it. Iceland's not making it. Denmark's not making it. No, but who's missing out? Armenia are through. You cannot tell me that Slovenia are gonna miss out. I guess George. I'm more feeling like Georgia would miss out than Slovenia. But Georgia just had such a massive performance. It feels really weird for a performance like that to get knocked out in a semifinal. But I mean, Latvia did on Tuesday, so. But yeah, Slovenia and Georgia left. You have to put Slovenia through. I can't. Like, I really like Georgia. It was in my top five tonight, but you can't not let Slovenia go through here. Come on. If I don't hear Slovenia now, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip. I didn't even care about tonight, but you can't leave Slovenia until the last. Oh, God. You just can't let them not qualify. Oh, suspense, huh? Oh, they're loving this. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I was getting worried. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. Oh, my. Okay, thank God for that. Slovenia made it. Can't believe Georgia missed out, though. The Swedish commentator is saying that the heart is aching for the 16-year-old Greek. I mean, we all knew that he wasn't gonna make it, right? I think he knew as well, didn't he? Um, gotta say, like, I'm a bit disappointed that Georgia missed out, but I'm thrilled that Albania made it. Honestly, I hope that you can't hear the. I'll just mute the recap, honestly. Even though I want to watch all of these again, I'm gonna mute it just so the stream doesn't get taken down. But Albania stoked for that. Cyprus, it was never gonna miss out, honestly. Um, I wasn't very convinced with his vocals, but the performance was good. Other than that, Estonia, good to see them go through. I mean, the vocals were what really elevated it and made it click. Um, a bit on the slow side in the middle part of the song though. Belgium, I couldn't care less about, but I knew they were gonna go through. It's a fun package and it has its audience, so very expected that it was gonna make it. Austria, of course, the song is enough to just put it towards the top. Wasn't very convinced by their performance. I think they're like it had charm in it, like with choreography and everything, but the energy was lacking in my opinion. Lithuania, yeah, just great package altogether. Very good. Poland a bit on the. I mean, it's catchy and it's. I guess it like it has its spot, but obviously I would have preferred Georgia. I think Poland's the one that I feel like Poland took Georgia's spot in my book. I guess Australia, massive, fantastic, definitely deserved. Probably think they won. Armenia, like I can't believe they left all of the good stuff towards the end of the announcement. Armenia was really great. No idea why they decided to add a dance break. That was so irrelevant and unnecessary, and just took me out of the experience entirely. Like it was beautiful all the way through, and then the dance break came in, and it felt so out of place. And Slovenia was, in my opinion, the best thing we had tonight. So Slovenia just like I was skeptical, of course. Like if you've been on the streams before, I said that I was a bit skeptical about Slovenia. They didn't really invest that much into the staging, and everyone in the comments said just trust them. They know what they're doing, and I should have listened to you because they absolutely knew what they were doing. They were fantastic. Um, let's see. I said some. I read something about Georgia because I feel like um yeah, Jacob. I don't remember if that's actually true, but Jacob says I predicted Georgia as a winner of the semi, and when I read that, I feel like I actually did, didn't I? And they basically did not even go through, which is just insane. um, I did predict though, like if you were here at the stream when me and my friend Santi predicted the semifinals, Santi was very optimistic about Iceland and really wanted them to go through, and I told him no, they're not making it. And I mean, he kind of felt like, yeah, you might be right, and I was right. So at least I got right on something. If I actually, I think you're right, Jacob. I did predict Georgia as a winner in the semifinal, and that just confirms how terrible I am at predicting. That's gonna be like 50 minus points in the prediction. But I honestly, like, when I think of it now, I can't believe they didn't make it. Georgia had the performance and the staging and the vocal performance out of this world, and they didn't make it. Um, oh well. They just had to put Slovenia last. I knew they would qualify, but I was still scared. Yeah, me too. Like I was so confident. They knocked it out of the park, and then for whatever reason, they just decide no, we're gonna keep them till last. And especially like I started to get worried because obviously like all of the bands have got knocked out. Like if Slovenia hadn't gone through today, the only band we would have had in oh no, Australia too. Like I was about to say, the only band we would have had in the final would have been Croatia, but no, Australia made it too, of course. And maybe I'm missing something, but yeah. Poland's visual effects they were superior to Georgia, I guess. Um, yeah. Well done to the EBU for allowing lip syncers to succeed by allowing them to abuse the pre-recorded backings. Yeah, that's like Cyprus is case in point with that. Like he actually mimicked the intro with the most studio affected vocals I've ever heard in my life. But all the more power to him. I mean, the rest of that performance was really great, but I yeah, the vocals, no. And there were a lot of like especially like in the first half of the show tonight, I thought a lot of the vocal performances were very meh. And then you just had Estonia in the middle of it, who just yeah, incredible. Um, Also, we saw some clips from the Big Five and Ukraine, and I gotta say, Spain looks incredible. That's just my thoughts, but I really think like the camera work, the lighting, all of the shots, and even the cinematography for Spain looks out of this world. Like if it's, I just have a sneaking regard that's gonna crawl itself up in like very towards my top in my on my personal list. It looks stunning. Ukraine also looks stunning. I'm so happy that Ukraine actually looks really good. I'm not overly convinced with the vocals, but I mean they're good. But I just want a little bit more like power and a little more loudness in the vocals, like really to up the convincing tone of them. I guess. The layout and the staging is wonderful. The song is absolutely fantastic. I just hope the vocals can really like be boosted a little bit. UK did not convince me whatsoever. Of course, I'm not the audience for the song either. I completely disregard the song in its entirety. But I'm not very impressed with what I saw tonight. But it's only it's rehearsals. Could be technical issues. It's not completely finished. We'll see what it's going to look like on Saturday. But I'm not convinced with that. But meanwhile, Spain just was absolutely fantastic. So. Uh, Ruby Giraffes is so sad for Iceland. Thought she had a good chance. I honestly, I gotta say, when I watched the performance, I thought like, yeah, this isn't gonna be enough. I did have Iceland as one of my favorite songs from the semifinal. Like it was absolutely up there. I wanted it to go through. But when I saw it, I just felt like, yeah, this is probably not gonna make it. Everything is very dark on stage. She has a great vocal capacity and she has a great package on stage as well, but the song didn't really come to life in this performance. I'd say like the drive wasn't really there, and the energy. I guess I just didn't really think that I wasn't very sold on the packaging and on the performance as a whole. I would have liked the song to go through, but when I saw it, I just felt like this might struggle, and it did. Um, Georgia, I'm heartbroken. Yeah, like out of all of the songs to not make it, Georgia was not one that I expected to miss out. I'm so happy Albania made it. I really am. I think they deserve it. But at the expense of Georgia, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, there were other songs I'd rather have missed out. Um, Backing track on Carpe Diem need to be louder a notch. Maybe I didn't really think of it too much. Like I'm just so hooked on them. You like their energy on stage is so infectious. They completely win over the entire audience. And I didn't even like think of that too much. But I trust you. I trust you. That might have been the case. Österdahl needs to reintroduce the juries for the semifinals next year. No question about it. I'd probably say I agree with that. I mean, I was never really too sold on the whole televote only concept. I think it's a good idea, but I mean, like you can't always trust jury. You can never trust juries in all honesty. But like we definitely need to avoid the concept of an Azerbaijan getting 0 points this year or something like that because with televote only there is a tendency of songs getting 0 points. Imagine if we had this system last year and Azerbaijan would have got 0 points in the semifinal with that song. Like there's absolutely no way it's not it shouldn't work like that. Um, we'll see the full results later. I just hope no one got 0 points. But I would agree. I'd like to have the juries back as well. I guess Fraiola doesn't. Um, I think it's just more to just kind of balance it out a little bit, and that's why I would like it. Um, Albania had the best vocals today, in my opinion. Kristaps says I would probably agree. Um, yeah, I'd probably agree. Steve was worried that Greece was going to get that last place over Slovenia. No, surely not. Like Georgia was a possibility, but Greece really? Like I know Greece gets the 12 points from Cyprus and some points from Albania and probably Denmark tonight as well, but nah, it wasn't making it over Slovenia and Georgia. But I'm sure like Greece was probably 12th or 13th in here. I wouldn't be surprised. Are you watching the running order results for the final? Yeah, have they already started drawing them? Let's actually check it out if they're doing it right now. Um, oh wait, are they gonna do the running order as well tonight? Wait, no one has drawn yet, right? Wait, let's see. Uh, no, all of these were from yesterday, right? Wait, okay. So I'm gonna wait. Let's see. I'm gonna prepare this. Wait, are they actually drawing the running order as well? Running order will come out at like 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm not watching that. I got work tomorrow. There's no way, no way I'm watching the running order. No. Let's see. We got the screen captured there. We do that. Okay, here we go. So let's see. I don't think anyone has drawn yet in what half they're going in, right? It doesn't look like it anyway. Um, oh, what's going on here? Yeah, nothing in yet. Connor says Estonia, Iceland, Albania, and Lithuania were all perfect vocally. Yeah, I wouldn't really argue with that, honestly. I'd add Georgia to that list. Like, Georgia is not one of my favorite songs from the semifinal, but I thought that performance was fantastic. I really did. I can't believe they actually missed out. it's I'm never gonna I'm never gonna understand that. Like I'm not upset about it, like as I am with Latvia not making it on Tuesday. Like I knew Latvia wasn't gonna make it. I'm just more confused that Georgia didn't make it. I guess I was so certain that they were gonna make it, but apparently not. Um, they might go live on TikTok the way they did on Semi One. Yeah, but I'm not going on TikTok to watch this. Uh, I mean, everyone can have their own opinion about Poland's song, but it was just such an obvious qualifier with the performance. Um, I don't think it was that obvious. Like the performance did not feel like this most professional thing ever. Like obviously, it's something that you will remember, but the professionalism wasn't really there, and I guess that's what kind of made me question if it was actually going to go through. Yeah, Multisky, I agree with you. Poland went in on Georgia's place. Yeah, that's the one that I would probably like if I would have predicted from judging after tonight. Like I was skeptical about Albania, but if we take into fact that yeah, Albania had a massive chance, I would have probably said that Georgia would have made it above Poland. That would have been what I predicted, I guess. Uh, the rest, I think, like I was a bit scared that Denmark or Greece would take a spot, but both of them sounded really off tonight. And I mean, I didn't like either of those songs either, so I'm kind of, I can't say that I'm happy that they sounded bad, but or sounded subpar. Let's say that sounds kinder. Um, but yeah. Um, I swear, if Poland makes the cheap free library effects a staple at this point, yeah, I mean it's working for them, obviously. I mean, I don't. Hodgepodge Fun gave Poland 20 votes. Insult me. I do more than insult you, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. Styro hopes Poland gets last place in the final. Can't believe it qualified over Georgia. I hope Croatia gets last place in the final, but it's not going to get that. I know they won't. Announcing Slovenia last gave me a heart attack. Yeah, me too. Almost. Um, when they announced Cyprus, I knew Georgia was the one probably not getting in the final, and I'm so sad I was right. Really? You knew it that early? Like I thought, like either like Poland or maybe Estonia could have missed out as well. I'd never really thought that Cyprus was the one on the border. Um, World Sasuri watched the semifinal with my dad, and I gotta say that he really hated Slovenia and was so mad that Slovenia qualified over Georgia, which he really liked. You need. I need to have a talk with your dad, I guess. No, you can't hate Slovenia. Like if you don't like the song, then you don't like the song, but you can't hate them. They just have this charisma and energy on stage that's just so infectious. Hodgepodge thinks Lithuania will get last place in the final. Absolutely no way. I think Lithuania's getting top 10 in the final. I'm saying it. I think the juries will drag them up to like the juries will have them in the top 5, and then the televote will have them mid-table, and they're gonna finish like ninth or something. That's my prediction right away from this spontaneous prediction. And Hodgepodge Fun thinks they will get last place. Let's see who's closer when Saturday comes around. Um, I have no idea screamed when Albania qualified. They are always underrated. I mean, they've made it so many years now. Just wait until Albania gets put second in the running order tonight. I just see it. You know, they're just gonna feel like, oh, it's kind of a tradition now. We gotta put Albania second. Australia smashed it. They elevated so much for me. Yes, Australia was really great. Great closer as well. Like they obviously did the right thing with the running order to put Australia last. It's just perfect like that. Jury will not have Lithuania top 5 law. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Sounds a bit much. Oh well. Gotta be a bit wild and crazy with the predictions, I guess. Let's pray Albania does not draw first half. Oh, they're going to, I'm sure. When are they gonna start drawing these? Do we know? Like I don't remember last time. What's it called? Last time when we did the stream on Tuesday, I don't remember how much time it took before they started drawing these. If anyone knows, like around what time they usually start drawing these, then please let me know. In the final, I'm giving Croatia 20 votes and Poland 20 votes to annoy. Can you even do that? I think you're only allowed 20 votes, right? You can give 10-10, right? Asuto, if Slovenia NQ'd, I wasn't going to watch ESC on Saturday. I mean, if we would have lost both Latvia and Slovenia, I would have just given up. I mean, I still would have watched it, of course I would, but that would have been like it's already bad enough that I can't have Latvia on Saturday. I'm still really sad about that. But missing Slovenia too? Oh, no way. Jacob thinks in 5 minutes, so yeah, around half past 11. That sounds reasonable. So I guess we'll wait for that. Uh, Muesli thinks Australia will open if first half. I'm not sure on that. It's too big of a like an anthem. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I think like if Cyprus gets first half, they could open. Portugal could absolutely get drawn first as well. I think that's a possibility. What else qualified tonight that could open the show? Could they put Slovenia as an opener? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me honestly. They might actually put Slovenia second in the running order. That feels like such a typical Eurovision thing. Yeah, Belgium could absolutely be the opener too. That's right. That's right, Kapski. Finland should open, but they're not going to do that. I agree with you, Vlad. That would be great. Hodgepodge thinks Spain is opening? No way. It's too out there. I don't think that. No, not Spain. I can't believe that. It has to be a banger. Um, I mean, kind of, but I mean, have they always been bangers? The ones who open the show? I don't. Nah. Um, let's see. Kind of random. I was a fan of Belgium, but yesterday I listened to the final where they had two much better songs, and it took away all the enjoyment from me. Yeah, I mean, everyone is pretty was pretty pissed when because of you won the national final, me included, I guess. Could see Mimicat opening. Yeah, I could too. I'd feel for Portugal, but it's absolutely a song that could open the show. Like just that opening shot that song has as well is just very fitting for being an opener. Yeah, I agree with you, Syed. Spain is too much of a powerful song to be an opener. Yeah, like it's too out there and too kind of not wacky, but it's an it's a performance that's not really very easy to get dragged into. Like you need something a bit simpler to be the opener, I think. Didn't we have Cyprus open the final recently, 2021? Yeah, but I mean, if Cyprus keeps sending songs that would fit as an opener, then they're gonna keep opening the show, I guess. Um, yeah, Kapsky, Lights Off, Chameleon, El Diablo. Yeah, those have opened the show. We also had Imri in 2017, and I mean, Cyprus this year is basically Imri from Wish, so he could do it. Remember when they put this Romanian ballad as the first song in 2008? Yes, I do, but that was randomized, wasn't it? They randomized the running order back then. Um, I don't remember when they started like what do you call it, like making their own running order. I don't remember that, but I'm sure like 2012 wasn't around. Like that was randomized too. I'm pretty sure because they put Engelbert Humperdinck as the first first one to perform. So I can't imagine that having not been randomized either. 2013, people say, yeah. What was first in 2013? I don't remember. But in 2013, they put Lithuania in a second, right? Is it a bad thing being an opener? I mean, if you're a favorite to win, I guess so. But it's not really like the earlier you are, I guess the worse your chances get. But it's not like I don't think it's that massive. Um, but I mean, obviously, you'd rather perform 24th than perform first. Oh yeah, France was first in 2013. You're absolutely right. Was that really like that's a weird opener to pick like from if you decide your own running order. Uh, France is a weird pick, but you're absolutely right. I remember now as well. Uh, Poland would be the opener. Whatever the shoe song was, yeah, that was Lithuania 2013 Asuto. They were second in the running order, I'm pretty sure. The opener has to be someone with a staging that requires a lot of assembly time. Does it really? Not necessarily, right? I'm not so sure on that. Uh, I guess in before Sweden gets put first in the running order. Can you imagine that? Estonia was a great ending last year, for sure. Estonia was a perfect ending last year. I mean, obviously, the ending spot in the running order is already taken this year. And I'm not sure if I think that UK will be a great way to close the show, but yeah, well, it's already decided, so. Second semifinal didn't draw their halves yet, right? No, as we can see on screen, nothing's happened yet. So I guess we're still waiting. I mean, it's 11:30 now, so let's hope they get to it. Um, I think it's bad being first because We Are Domi did so good in the semifinal and then got a horrible place in the final. Yeah, but I mean, a lot can shift from a semi to a final. It doesn't like running order doesn't take everything into account there. I mean, I'm sure that the top songs from this semifinal will probably not rank as good as the top songs from semifinal one in the final. I can't imagine that at least. Like whatever song won the semi tonight, I can't see them being like even top five in the final. I can't see that. Uh, I swear this semifinal was made to hurt, losing Iceland and Georgia to Poland. Yeah, well, I mean, Tuesday hurt more. Remember to refresh the page. Yeah, I'm doing it from time to time, but nothing's happening. But I will absolutely remember to refresh the page. I'll do it every new minute, I guess. So now it's 31, and I just refreshed it. When the clock turns 32, I'll refresh it again. Ukraine 2014 did well being first draw. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what else has been? Slovenia 2015 was first, and I mean they. I guess they didn't do that amazing. Slovenia back in 2015, I thought they were getting top 10 for sure, and they ended up not getting that. But I mean, they didn't do poorly. So see Australia doing pretty well on Saturday. Yeah, I see that too, but I don't think they're getting top five. But top 10 for sure. I'm pretty certain on that. Has the song that comes last in the final running order ever won? I mean, yeah, we had a live stream on 1983 the other day when, or not the other day, but the other week. That one won, and I'm sure it's happened many times. I just don't have them in my head. But 1983 is one that I remember because we watched that year not too long ago. I guess lately though, like the last few years, the final song in the running order hasn't won. Um, I mean, it should have happened in 2018 when Italy performed last, but things happened there. The juries didn't really agree. So Albania got first half. It hasn't been announced here. Why is it announced for all of you before it's announced for me? Is it because you're all on TikTok? Don't spoil it. Come on. I want to see it in real time here when I update the page. Come on, refresh, refresh, refresh. um, Albania can't get second. They keep getting the spot all the time. Yeah, you know, it's just gonna happen. They're just gonna do it for the memes at this point. After a certain point, it's also self-fulfilling prophecy. If it's a conscious decision to not put contenders first, then of course it will be true. Yeah, exactly. Like if you have a tendency of always putting the songs that are not among the favorites first, then that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so Cyprus is drawn too apparently. Like nothing has shown up on mine yet, and people are just writing so much in the chat that things going on. I'll go back and go in again, but okay, Cyprus is in here. Albania is nowhere to be seen though. But Cyprus is in first half. Uzbekistan is in second. Okay. Um, well, Cyprus is in the first half as we can see here, but Albania has not popped up on my screen yet, which is interesting. But okay, Cyprus in the first half. Cyprus could absolutely open the show, I think. By the way that it looks now, I'm sure Cyprus or Portugal will do it, even though Finland would be a great choice, I think. Definitely thinking Portugal will go second, but who knows what's going on in Österdal's mysterious mind. Is Österdal the one who actually chooses the running order, though? I'm not so sure on that. Estonia drew first half as well. It's weird how Albania hasn't popped up here. But like everything that's left is gonna take like second half now. Because all of you said that Albania was in the first half too, weren't they? So Cyprus, Estonia. Yeah, imagine they just pick Estonia to open the show, or Switzerland. Would be something. Okay, Albania popped up now as well. What was the fourth qualifier tonight? I don't remember. So who's the next one to draw? I don't remember. I mean, a lot of the I guess weaker songs were announced first. Like Belgium was announced pretty early too, weren't they? So maybe that's the next one to draw. Lambro should get second because of those backing vocals. Well, I think it's a team that chooses the order. Yeah, I'd assume so, but it's got to be pretty difficult to be a team and all come to agreement on what running order. Like everyone's gonna have their own opinion, and then they're all just gonna fight for it, and then it's gonna end up being a mess. That's just the way it feels. Okay, Belgium got second half. Belgium got second half. Um, which is good for them, I guess. Are they around other upbeat songs though? Like, I mean, Belgium sounds it's very much its own thing anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think Belgium could benefit from being second half, I guess. Looks nice and diverse for now in the second half. Yeah, the second half has a lot of variety to it. Everything is very stacked in the first half, though. I mean, now we got Albania, Cyprus, and Estonia. I don't think any of those will be like. I think all three of them will probably be in the bottom 10 of the final. So, I mean, those kind of evened it out a little bit because other than that, from Finland and down, these were of course the ones we had before today, and there's basically nothing here that I think will do very poorly in the final. Gotta say, like Finland, France, Italy, Portugal, Serbia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland. I think all of them will do well. Do well. So, have we got anything else? No, we got nothing new. Belgium would have been such a good closer. Well, you're not gonna get that because UK is the closer. Um, Lero wanted to give 20 points to San Marino. That's the first time I've ever read that. I gotta say. I've never seen anyone say that. Austria got first half. Austria got the first half. So we have even more of the pre-show favorites like Austria, Sweden, Finland, France, Spain. They're all they're all in here. Portugal will probably not do well if placed second. I don't think Portugal will get second in the running order. I think either first or they're gonna wait with it a little bit. I could see them being first, but wait, how many songs do we have on the? There's only one more spot for the first half, and then the rest will go to the second half. Is this the best first half ever? Um, might be, to be honest. I don't really remember like previous. We should go through some previous years and compare. I have a feeling like last year the second half was stronger, wasn't it? Like the second half had Sweden was in that, UK was in that, Spain wasn't, but and Ukraine was in the first half too, weren't they? I just have a feeling like the second half from 2022 was stronger than the first, but I might be wrong on that. And we're actually going to go through some and look back. I'm pretty sure that 2021 the second half was strong as well. Like both Italy and France were for sure in the second half, weren't they? 2019 had a good first half though. A lot of the favorites weren't there. We got something happen on the second. Yeah, Lithuania. Okay, Lithuania got second half. Um, yeah, I mean that works for them. I think they're gonna put Lithuania somewhere in the middle though, because Lithuania was like the penultimate song tonight. I don't think they're gonna do that again, so they'll probably put Lithuania around like 15th or 16th or something. Was first half 2019 any good? 2019. Yeah, it was because like Sweden was in the first half, Greece not. Yeah, Greece was in the first half. Russia was in the first half. Netherlands was in the first half. um, I don't remember if Italy was in the first half, but like Netherlands, Sweden, and Russia were all three in the first half, and they were basically three of the like four favorites leading into the show. Oh wow, lots of stuff happened. Armenia and Australia ended up in the second half, and Poland ended up in the first half. Everything's done. It just happened like that. Okay, so Poland in the first half, and then Armenia and Australia. Oh yeah, because they drew Poland, and then automatically it just counted out that both Armenia and Australia, of course, will end up in the second half. Um, yeah, intriguing, intriguing. So now they're gonna get to work in making the running order, and we're not gonna be awake to stick around to see how that's gonna end up. But some spontaneous thoughts. I think Portugal will open the show. That's my prediction. If not Portugal, I'm thinking Cyprus, and those are probably the only two that I can see. I would like to see Finland open the show, but I don't think they're gonna do that. But my prediction and a song that I think would fit to open the show as well, I gotta be honest, is Portugal. Um, oh yeah, Slovenia got second half as well. I didn't. Slovenia was left as well, of course. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking Portugal to open the show. In second in the running order, I mean they could put Albania there again. They really could. Um, not so sure. Like there's not like if they put Estonia second, they have a tendency. There is a tendency of putting the slower ballads second as well. Like they've put Albania there now a few times, but prior to that, you had Spain 2018, you had Poland 2017. I'm sure there have been more. Like they put the slow ballad second in the running order. I'm sure there have been more. That's also happened in the semifinals, of course. Like in 2021, both the semis had a slow ballad, didn't they? Like we had Amen from Slovenia. And what was the other one that was put second in the running order? I don't remember. And then of course we had Iceland in 2018 that was also put second in the running order. It just feels like they could put Estonia second. They absolutely could. Estonia or Albania. What I'd think be most fair, I'm not even sure, but like Portugal to open, I'd say Poland would be good in second. Like actually keep the energy going for once. Um, Imagine Austria opening. Yeah, I mean that could work, I guess. Um, Imagine Sweden second in the running. I'd like that honestly. Like, I mean, it would be cool to actually have the favorite be placed second for once, because obviously, like, second is a cursed number because no one has ever won from there. But I mean, now when they I guess you don't call it rig, but when they decide the running order themselves, they will never put a favorite second in the running order because they know how it works. The first half is stacked with Austria, Finland, France, Spain, and Sweden from the favorites. Wow, crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of favorites in the first half. For opening acts, Austria, Belgium, Croatia. I hope Croatia would open the final. Croatia, yeah, Croatia and Belgium can't do it, so the only ones you can pick there is Austria. Think Estonia would be second. At least it's going to be boosted by the juries. Um, yeah, it might be. It might be. Groot, do you think we can have a winner besides Sweden or Finland? Maybe Spain, France, or Norway? Norway for sure not. Like it did not sound convincing in the semifinal. I'm pretty confident that Sweden will win, and if not Sweden, then I think Finland. Out of those, though, like I'm not sure on France because we saw the rehearsals and a lot of people seem skeptical. I'd say Spain looked fantastic though. Like Spain looked really good. If it's gonna be enough for it to actually go and win, I'm not so sure. I think it's definitely between Sweden and Finland mainly, and I think Sweden has a massive lead in that battle as well. Um, I can't see a world where Sweden doesn't win this honestly. Styro thinks they're putting Finland 10th and Sweden 12th. I mean, I could see it. Where was the Netherlands in 2019? Wait, let's actually. Can we see that somewhere on this page? Like, can we see old? I think we can, can't we? Uh, Select year. We can go 2019, and we can go final. Can we sort by running order? Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. Yeah, they put Netherlands 12th. They put Sweden 9th. I mean, Sweden was pretty much another of the favorites in that year. They had Russia 5th, of course. So yeah, I guess I mean Sweden in 12th would feel very like yeah, that could absolutely happen. Um, Spain could be second after Sweden. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, they absolutely could. Wait, what half is Spain? Spain is in the first half as well. Yeah, that's true. Like, how are they gonna even these out? Like, at some point they're gonna put two favorites next to each other in this running here. And it's gonna be a bit strange, but it's also gonna be pretty cool. I hope they actually like allow like for once I hope they actually allow for the energy to be maintained throughout like a small passage in the running order. Like you don't need to have upbeat ballad, upbeat ballad, upbeat ballad. That does not create a good flow. Have some flow to it. Like we want we want some energy to be maintained, and then like when you have a slower song, it doesn't have to go upbeat right after it again. It can be another slow one. It doesn't matter. Sweden will never be given a bad running order regardless of song. Yeah, it kind of not. Like I remember in 2019, I was wanting so bad that Sweden got first in the running order. It would have been such a good opener, but of course they couldn't do that. Of course they had to give Sweden a good running order that year. Um, could they put Sweden first? There is no way. Could be an interesting concept, but no, they're not doing that. Fun fact: I just checked, and just one running order number from both semifinals was a non-qualifier from both semifinals. That was the 12th number, first semifinal Azerbaijan, second semifinal San Marino. Interesting fun fact. We'll see what they're gonna put from the final then. I mean, they could put like, are we predicting that Poland's gonna be towards the bottom? I'd say so. Maybe they'll put Poland in 12th then. Who knows? They usually do a break after like song 12 or 13, so Loreen can fit in there. Yeah, I would imagine that Sweden is placed after a break. If Sweden wins, do you think they will use Friends Arena? I don't know. I haven't thought that far. I mean, are we sure they're gonna use Stockholm? I mean, they could go like they haven't done in Gothenburg for a long time. Like it was in Malmö in 2013 and then Stockholm in 2016. Would be cool to have it in Gothenburg next time if Sweden wins, of course. um, but I probably like that. I like it to be in Gothenburg. Or Göteborg, yeah, exactly, obviously. Um, yeah, Sweden now has 50% chance of winning the odds. I saw that too. Yeah. Um, Scared if they put Italy in the second spot. I will come for them. I don't think they're putting Italy in the second spot. No. Like, do they ever pick like the big five? Are they ever placed second? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Spain in 2018 were. Now that I think of it. But no, I can't see them put Italy in second. Not Malmö again. No. And Ruby Giraffes like Malmö. I mean, Malmo is I guess it's kind of nice, but I think Gothenburg would be really nice. I think Gothenburg is a very pretty city, so I'd like that. Feels like it would be Tele2 Arena. Yeah, it could be for sure. Or what about if they do it in the what's it even called? It's called the Avicii Arena, like the Globe, basically. If they do it in there, like they've done Melody Festival and finals in there, right? Thinking Poland or Austria first and Portugal second. You really think they're gonna put Portugal second? Like some people have said that now. I'm skeptical. I'm not so sure. I think Portugal first. I could see Poland second, but I'm predicting. Like if I predict, it's gonna be Portugal first and Estonia second. I just have a feeling that they're just gonna screw over Estonia because it's a ballad. Um, and then in third, probably like what would even be after Estonia then? Maybe Austria, to be honest. And then they kind of need one of the favorites to get in there, like Austria, and like maybe they could do like Austria to Finland. That could be pretty cool. Like two of the hyped up songs that are both pretty energetic after each other. I think that could work. Austria going into Finland, right? I'm not crazy, right? Am I? Could Finland even finish outside the top 10 in the jury ranking? No, no. You never know with juries. Like they're so unpredictable, but I don't think so, Andy. No, not outside the top 10. Outside the top 5, I could see, but not outside the top 10. That's too harsh. The juries would get a lot of criticism as well, I think, if they do that. Um, Bad press. Maybe they could do it in Scandinavium in Göteborg. Yeah, that would be nice. We of course we still have to come to the point where where Sweden actually wins. Like that's not a given, of course. But if Sweden wins, I'd like that. If I had to pick somewhere in Sweden to host next year, I'd choose Helsinki. Okay. um, Not sure how if you know how it works, Steve, but okay. Switzerland also might be second. Maybe, maybe. I just have a feeling Estonia is more likely, but maybe. I mean, it is a slower ballad, but it's a bit grander, I guess. Um, I'm not sure. Jury will vote for Loreen with an enormous margin. Yeah, I think that too. I think that too. Um, I wasn't sure what I was gonna check here. Yeah, we were talking before, like the first halves. If there has ever been a stronger one, like in 2019, we had Malta, Albania, Czechia, Germany, Russia, Denmark, San Marino, North Macedonia, Sweden, Slovenia, Cyprus, Netherlands, and Greece. When I look at it now, like the thing was with this first half, it had Netherlands, it had Sweden, and it had Russia, so it looked massive beforehand. Of course, then you also had North Macedonia, who did really well in the contest. Czechia did pretty well as well. Actually, they were 11th. But I mean, it was just a lot of pre-show favorites as well. Like Greece wasn't predicted to finish 21st either before the show. But I mean, then you had Denmark finished 12th this year. How? Wow. I mean, when you look at it, like this half had like it had Germany, it had Denmark, it had San Marino. These were never like hyped up songs. So I guess this first half is not really on par with this. But I mean, this one has Albania, Cyprus, Poland, Estonia. I don't think these are very hyped up either. But the first half in 2019 is pretty big. What other years have we had? What was 2018 like? I remember it was Ukraine, Spain, Slovenia, Lithuania, Austria, Estonia, Norway, Portugal, UK, Serbia. Nah. This first half is not that much. Not like in terms of favorites. Like I liked a lot of the songs in there, but not a lot of the pre-show favorites or anything like that. 2017, we had Portugal was first half. Moldova was first half. Hungary, Italy was first. This is pretty stacked, honestly. Like especially pre-show when everyone was sure that Italy was going to win and Portugal was like sneaking up the odds. We're obviously missing Bulgaria. And I guess, oh yeah, Belgium and Sweden were pretty big favorites as well. I guess, like mainly Belgium, I'd say. Um, so yeah, maybe not. Like, and a lot of like the songs that finished towards the bottom were like kicking off the show here. I think Armenia were very underrated that year, I gotta say. 18th place for Armenia in 2017. 2017's second half was proper stacked. Was it really? I mean, you had Spain and Germany in the second half. The final four is pretty, or like these three in a row as well. Fourth, fifth, and second place. Groot, as an Aussie who is so proud of Voyager, what did you think of them? They had among the best performances tonight, if not the best. I think them and Slovenia had the best performances. Uh, like like what you call like energy wise and such. Um, I still prefer Dreamer as a song, but they killed it, Australia, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually won this semifinal. Uh, I think it's a possibility. So yeah, I'm happy for you as an Aussie as well, and I hope that you will renew the contract for you to stick around. Um, oh yeah, Norway was in the second half as well. Of course, just instant top tier points from me. But then you had the Greece, you had Spain, you had Germany. Ah. Okay, what did 2016 look like? What was in the first half back then? Yeah, no, this is. I mean, there are a few good stuff in here, but I mean, this is not a good first half. Feels like they were more balanced before. Like this year has a very clear divide between the second and first half, I'd say, with the first half having all of the favorites basically. It was more divided in all of these years. 2015, I mean, obviously Sweden was in the first half, and then both Russia and Italy were in the second half. They just killed Albania with that running order, honestly. Um, yeah, I wouldn't really say like this one's pretty balanced as well. Like for my personal preference, of course, we got Estonia, we got Norway in the first half, we got Belgium is in the first half, Sweden, a lot of good stuff in here. But then you also have, the France and you have Electric Velvet in this first half as well. Armenia, Lithuania, Serbia. I don't know. I can proudly say my first ever ESC vote went to Australia, and they weren't even in my top 10 before the contest. That's wonderful to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Your first ever ESC vote should have been to Latvia, though. I don't judge, but it should have been. 2015 contest has aged so wall. Both halves are so good. Are they really? Are they really? I mean, there's a lot of songs that I don't really care for here. I gotta say, like a lot of the songs. Like for one thing though, that about 2015, I think they had pretty good results. Um, Overall, like obviously there are a few. There's some good stuff at the bottom here. Obviously, 2015 is a bit of an. I have a bit of an issue with this year as well because a lot of good songs missed out on the final, like Malta, like Belarus, like Ireland. Like these three should have absolutely been in the final. I will never get over that. And I mean, instead we had stuff like, well, I mean, the big five should not have been allowed to be in the final. Like France and UK, they should not have been in here. And Poland, I don't know why they qualified really. Um, Only one that I think was kind of just pretty strange in this year, like Serbia finishing 10th. I will never get around to that. 2015 wasn't like full of ballads. There were a fair share of them, but it wasn't overly like an exaggerated amount. This semi was so much harder to predict than the semi one. I mean, who thought that Georgia wouldn't qualify? Well, not this guy. I think I predicted them to win the semifinal. My first ESC vote went to Latvia this year. Happy to hear that. Here is your nightmare. I guess you're living the nightmare now because they obviously didn't make it. But happy with the halves because it makes the televote more unpredictable. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think it's pretty like it's not balanced, but I like the fact that a lot of the songs that are the favorites they're kind of stacked. I just hope that the show will actually be absolutely like there will be an entertainment factor throughout the second half as well, and it's not going to be too dragged out when there are a bunch of songs that maybe I don't care for stacked in a row. But when I look at it, like there are not that many that I'm completely uninterested in. Um, I think it looks good, but like I wouldn't really care for a segment where they put like Belgium, Croatia, maybe throw in Lithuania, and like if they close like if they close the show with Belgium, Croatia, Lithuania, UK, that's not an ending that I need to stick around for, I guess. Um, Personally, I mean I liked Lithuania, but just in general, there needs to be something to really get me going in there as well in the mix. Um, like equally, I don't want them to put Australia, Slovenia, and Ukraine right after each other either. That would not be, yeah. I wouldn't get behind that either. Um, let's see. Georgia just did not hit tonight, at least on Peacock. What does that mean? um, I thought Georgia hit. Like I thought it looked great and I thought it sounded great. But I mean, I never really clicked with that song. But I thought the performance deserved to go through for sure. Um, Personally, who do you think won the semifinal? I think Australia. I think Australia won it. Um, See, not too into the side of Eurovision, but why Ukraine and UK have already been decided in which spot are gonna sing? Is it because they are the hosts? Does that happen every year? I think so, Jordan. It happens like every year. Yeah, I'm not sure though. Like, do they choose their own running orders, or do they actually draw that? Because they like the host country always seems to get a good running order. I mean, Ukraine in 2017 they had 24th, I think. In 2018, Portugal had like ninth or something, which is also a pretty good number. In 2019, Israel had right in the middle, like 14th. 2021, Netherlands had towards the end, right? Like 23rd or something. And then 2022, Italy had like ninth again. Like they always get a good spot. They never get like first or second or third. They draw it random, really? Oh, I didn't know, but now I know because they always get a good one. It seems all of the hosts. But okay, so UK drew random and got lost in the running order. That's very interesting. If Australia did win semifinal two, like you think, that would make 3 out of 7 semis that we've won. Wait, really? I didn't even know that Australia has won a bunch of semifinal. Like I can imagine 2016, right? Semifinal. What semifinal were they even in? Semifinal two. Okay, so Australia won that one. What's the other one? Like 20. What's the other one? 2019? Did you win that semi? Oh yeah, you did. Oh yeah, this was a pretty uneven, like unbalanced semifinal split as well, wasn't it? I remember the semifinal two had all of the big favorites in it, didn't it? Russia finished sixth in the semifinal. I can't believe that. Wow. I will never comprehend that, I think. How did Russia finish sixth in the semifinal? And then just finished third in the final. 2016 and 2019, yeah, I figured it out. Where was. Oh, yeah, they didn't even qualify in 2015. They were automatic qualifiers, weren't they? If I remember correctly. This makes me happy to see. But of course, like the semifinal wasn't really that strong, I guess. But Belgium second, Estonia third. I like seeing the appreciation for these songs up here. Semifinal two, I guess Sweden won it. Latvia second, nice one. Norway fourth. Israel did really well in the semi. Where were they? Like I've completely forgotten. Like the semifinals in 2015, I've completely forgotten like running order and stuff like that. Apparently, Poland was lost in the running order. That's such a weird song to put lost in the running order, isn't it? That feels really strange to have Poland as the like this song is the last one in the running order. Um, 2019 was wild, was it? I didn't reflect too much on it. I mean, the fact that Greece was or Russia was sixth, that's pretty wild. But someone said Georgia fourth. What semi were they in? Semifinal two? I mean Georgia fourth. When? Or was that in 2015? You were thinking? Were they fourth in that year? Azerbaijan finished so high in 2019. I still didn't understand. Yeah, like that. That's always something that I forget about as well. Like I thought Azerbaijan was good, but not that much better than everything else, and it actually finished eighth. It's just such a like it's good, but it's not something that people really talk that much about, and it actually managed to finish eighth, only 3 points behind North Macedonia as well, which is quite interesting. Got a lot of jury love. Like, can you sort from jury votes? Finished 5th in the jury voting. I've completely forgotten about that. Hmm. And Russia was, what is this even? Is it 6, 7, 8, 9th in the jury voting? Hmm. Oh yeah, and Israel got 0 points from the juries. Absolute shambles that. Did anyone get 0 points from the public vote that year? Oh yeah, Germany did. Oh yeah, it was the I'm sorry Germany 0 points thing. The best thing is Norway winning the semifinal in 2018 and then getting 15th on the final. Yeah, but 2018, like, okay, let's relive these tragic memories. It's almost like, what do you call it, Vietnam flashbacks. Just look at this semifinal. I'm sorry, but like all of the good stuff is in here. I can't even show all of the. Okay, yeah, you can see 17 songs here. Like all of the good songs are in here. And then we move. Wait, Ireland finished 6th in this semi. I didn't even know. Like massive margin to get. Wasn't Ireland the last one to get announced as a qualifier that year? I seem to remember it like that. Like they finished ahead of Bulgaria, who went all in that year, and ahead of Albania. Oh yeah, this is the like Albania wouldn't have qualified if it was televote only this year. Albania only 8th, Lithuania only 9th. Like Lithuania feels like such a polished package in that year. And then we take a look at the non-qualifiers, and I just get sad instantly. And then we go to semifinal 2, and I mean the fact that Hungary was on the border here and Serbia, like I will never understand. But this is not a good semifinal. I mean, 2018 I will always have a very soft spot for 2018's Eurovision because I think it's probably the best year that we've had, at least in the modern age. Like the most amount of really great songs I think were in 2018. But the balancing between the semifinals was terrible. If we look at the non-qualifiers from this semifinal, I gotta say that I'm not very saddened about anything missing out here. Um, Georgia being last is the sad part about the non-qualifiers here. Should not have been last. Poland should have been last. Proof that Ireland can make the final, but still they'll say it's Europe's fault. 16 of the semifinal one songs would have had a good chance of qualifying in semifinal 2 2018. I wouldn't argue against those numbers, honestly. Let's see what the juries really killed this year. Yeah, like the juries really heavily saved Albania this year, 3rd. Here. It's pretty strange how like the jury completely showered points to Israel in the semi. Like the televote. This is actually fascinating to look back on. Israel was 4th in the televote in the semi, and then they won it massively in the final. Like Czechia and Estonia got more televote points than Israel in the semi, and Austria got the same amount. And like Austria was 2nd in the jury in the semifinal, and Israel was runaway winner. This is so strange. It feels so absurd when you compare it to what happened in the final. Obviously, televote boosted Finland to qualify and Lithuania, I guess. The juries wanted Belgium and Switzerland. I can't really argue about either of those. I would have liked them to make it as well. Um, and then the televote they wanted Greece instead of Albania. That's the only thing. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy that Albania made it, even though I like Greece this year. I like Belarus this year. I like Armenia this year a lot. I like Switzerland. I like Belgium. I even like Croatia. Like Croatia shouldn't have made it in the semifinal, but there were too many good songs in the semifinal. Want juries back next year for the songs like Latvia to get through? I don't think you should just expect that like the juries would have put Latvia through. I would not expect that. That's why I think we should all be able to vote in both semifinals. Yeah, I mean it would be more fair, I guess, but it's part of the contest. So, Georgia, Latvia, Greece, Switzerland, Croatia are all in my top 10 of 2018. Wow, that hurts. Having 5 non-qualifiers in your top 10. That hurts. Some people vote for their borderline favorites in the semis, plus only certain countries can vote in the semi. Yeah, I mean, I know, but it's still strange to look at. You can't tell me that it's not strange to look at. Um, like seeing the fact that Israel basically got fourth in the televote here, and then in the final I mean, they landslided it basically. They it's really strange. And then I mean, Austria had a massive gap in the jury vote in the final as well to Israel. Wait, let's actually take a look in the semifinal too. Jury vote, yes, Sweden won that pretty massively or comprehensively. Malta was fifth and Latvia was sixth in the jury vote. Huh. The juries really didn't want Denmark and Hungary, huh? Or Serbia for that matter. I remember, didn't they rank Ukraine lost in the final? And the public didn't want Netherlands. Gotta say, I think the juries did well. Like, the juries gave Netherlands a lot of points, but I mean, the televote wanted Poland, and thank God for the juries then. Oh my. Um, yeah, it's fascinating to go back and look at this. Um, in Edward of Cillian's words, we can't vote in both semis to prevent neighbor voting. So they put Sweden, Finland, Norway together. Yeah, exactly. And they put Greece and Cyprus together as well this time. Um, it's always fun. How on earth did the juries rank Denmark 12th? Mind blowing. Wait. Oh yeah, in yeah. I mean that's just stupid. Honestly, really stupid. RTE wanted to stage together with an exploding cake, according to Right. Just imagine, like, just see that in front of you. Ireland that year was one of the most like beautiful stagings we had. Exploding cake. Okay, we wonder why we are bad. Yeah. Malovin deserved last in the jury ranking. His English was so poor. I don't. Is that really what you're gonna go from? Like his English was poor? I don't know. I think there are other songs here that deserved it more. Okay, like I shouldn't look at this too much because seeing Italy down here. This is why I will never trust juries after this happened. Never. Never. Are voting results from the first semi out? No. I mean, they're not going to release any of the voting results until after the final. So, nope. Denmark won the televote in the semi and would have NQ'd with the juries. Is that actually true? Did they win the... Oh, yeah, they did. And with the juries, they would have missed out. That's the most absurd thing I've seen. Wow. The juries wanted Denmark to not qualify. The televote put it first. Yep. I mean, the balance is good because of that. We need both sides, I'd say. Australia was a televote qualifier, and Azerbaijan scored 0 in the same semi-final in 2022. Yet Azerbaijan scored 1 point more than us. Wait, what? I didn't understand. 2022. What did Australia send in 2022? Oh yeah, not the same. Oh yeah. So you say, wait, let's see. What did you say? What semi was that even? That was the second one. So obviously Azerbaijan scored 0 points with the This is so sad. Australia finished second in the semi-final. Okay, so what is it you're saying here, Cursed Sword? I didn't understand. Australia was a televote qualifier. Yeah, I can see that. And Azerbaijan scored 0 in the same semi-final in 2022. Yet Azerbaijan scored 1 point more than us. What? No, they didn't. You've completely lost me. I'm sorry, but you've completely lost me. Um, Juries actually ranked Reebok ahead of Italy that year. I just remember. Yeah, no words, no words. Hvala forgot about it. A banger. Don't get why people didn't like Fade to Black. I will never understand that either. Like, I get one part of it. It's a very slow moving song, and that's a setback for it. but the final minute is spot on and amazing. In the final group, what do you mean in the like it didn't? Did Azerbaijan finish ahead of Australia? No, they didn't. Oh, one more point in the I've completely forgotten that Australia scored 2 points in the televote. I didn't even know. 2 points. I forgot about that. But in the semi, oh wait, wrong semifinal. um, scored 74 televote points. Ah, I've completely forgotten that Australia only scored two points from the televote in 2022. That's insane. But I've also completely forgotten that Australia finished second in the semi-final. I think Groot is tired. Well, you might be wrong. You might be right. Fade to Black is a bit dull, and there were a lot of ballad dudes that year. There were. Let's see. We had. Do you call Germany that? No, you don't really, do you? What ballad? Oh, France finished second to last. Jeez. What other ballad dudes? Okay, we had Switzerland, Azerbaijan, Australia. Yeah. I'm not even sure if you can classify Poland as one. Like it's too upbeat to be classified as a ballad, I'd say. And yeah, you had Italy. Like Italy finished sixth. I no. Okay, so basically you had Italy, Australia, Azerbaijan, and Switzerland. I mean, I think Azerbaijan is very different from the rest there. I guess it's mostly similar to Australia, but I think Azerbaijan has its own style there. Uh, Being in between Sweden and the UK didn't help Australia that year. In the final, or oh yeah, yeah, that's a tough draw. That's a really now that I look at it, like look at this running order, all of the good stuff here at the end. Wow, I never even thought about that. This second half is very strong. Let's just go through it. Like basically, I mean, Germany is spot right in the middle there. So let's just take everything after that. And we have Lithuania, Azerbaijan, Belgium, Greece, Iceland, Moldova, Sweden, Australia, UK, Poland, Serbia, Estonia. That has to be one of the strongest second halves I've ever seen. Like it's crazy good. At least in my opinion, I love these songs. I don't really care that much for Iceland personally. I think it's very pretty, but it's probably the only one here that I wouldn't like. Just if it comes on my playlist, I would stream the hell out of that. Um, so yeah. Ludwig says, thanks for your amazing content. Finally had time to watch your reactions, kind of part of my Eurovision experience now. Well, thank you. Feel like I learned a little bit about music from you and why some songs work and some don't. Still depressed about Latvia, but at least we have Slovenia. Thank you very much, Ludwig. That's very kind of you to say, and I agree with you. Depressed about Latvia, but at least we have Slovenia. I guess that's something. Still, I still cry myself to sleep every night thinking about Latvia not performing on Saturday. Let's just invite them as an interval act. France deserved top 15 at least this year. We're talking 2022. I'd agree with that. The live performance was not good, but it's 24th is very low. Do Italy tend to get bonus points since it's Italy? They always do pretty good. They always should do pretty good, but Brividi obviously didn't sound good live. Like I rewatched 2022 not too long ago, and it really does not sound pleasant whatsoever. Honestly, I kind of remembered it sounding better than it actually did when I look back now. Um, did you catch that Australia in their song has one part where it resembles Heroes from Months? Starts on I'm Here Tonight. I did not think about that. I haven't thought about that. Um, See, this is my problem with how the voting works, but they only add the top 10 of each countries. But what about the rest? Why don't we count it? Some countries would win 10 plus places. What do you mean, like with the... So basically, if you're ranked 15th, you should get like more points than a song ranked 20th, or what are we thinking? Depressed about Poland qualifying? I wouldn't go that far. Happy for Austria, sad for Georgia. Yeah, I'm a bit sad for Georgia. Like I am sad for Georgia too, but I'm more sad about Latvia, of course, from 2020 from semifinal one. Sorry. What's everyone's prediction to perform second in the grand final? Prediction: Estonia. Uh, I think Poland would be the best fit, but prediction is Estonia. Brividi sounded so good at Sanremo 2023. It did. That's the thing. Like at Sanremo, they performed it brilliantly, and then in Eurovision, I don't know what happened. Playing Aya to try to fall asleep as I drown in my tears. um, Actually, crazy that Croatia didn't qualify in 2021. 2021 was that TikTok? I think it was right. Live performance for Fulham was very good in my opinion. I still don't get the results. Staging wise, it was good, but I don't think they sounded as good as they needed to. It's a song that was very reliant on the vocals. Until Armenia was announced, I was sure Georgia took her spot. Yeah, I was a bit skeptical, like if Armenia, like with the whole dance break and everything, was gonna ruin it, but nah, she was too good for that, I guess. The thing is though that I think the Georgia was really good in its performance too. It's very strange to have missed out something of them. Uh, Fulham looked great, but I think they were off vocally to some extent. I still voted for them. Yeah, same. Although I didn't vote for, like, I didn't vote last year. Actually, don't tell anyone. Well, I'm telling 80 people now watching on the stream, but I actually missed the final last year. I was I was in Italy actually, but I wasn't in Turin. I was busy during the final, so I had to look at it afterwards. So I didn't vote last year. um, Sounded good in this year's Sanremo too. Did I watch Sanremo this year, like the full show? I don't think I did. Or did I? Maybe I did, and I just forgot. If they did 1 point for last place, 26 for first, it would be very fair, but insanely confusing and boring. So no thanks. Yeah, yeah. Got 9 out of 10 qualifiers just now. Only Georgia didn't make it. Yeah, same. I think. I'd probably just like if we go from my personal preference, or where we shouldn't, because I didn't like Belgium either. So, uh, but no, if we go from my personal experience or personal preference, I think Georgia is the only one that I wanted to make it out of the ones who did. No, maybe Iceland, to be honest. Even though I was a bit like meh on the performance, still like the song enough. Georgia and Latvia on a 6 year non-qualifying streak. Is that really true? Georgia as well. It's 2016, both of them last time. Well, why is Eurovision so addictive? No idea. No idea. It's just the concept of everything. Um, what I was saying is that they only count. That doesn't mean that the other countries got zero. You see? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah. Voted for Finland, and Romania was one of the very few countries who gave them any televote points. So there's at least there's that. Yeah, happy to hear that. How could you miss one? I have also missed the final in recent years. I don't know. It just happened. I guess I wasn't that excited last year. I don't know. I really don't know why. But I was busy, but I was basically on a road trip around Europe, and I just didn't have time to get around to it. Um, Very curious for who will open the final this Saturday. Yeah, I am too. I'm kind of obviously I'm hoping most for Finland. I think that would be great. But if not Finland, I'm hoping is. But I think Portugal would be a good opener. Gonna cry on Saturday no matter what because it is the end of Eurovision season. Don't you worry because we'll be doing watch-alongs for old Eurovisions after this one's over. So at least you'll have, if you're interested, there's always that to keep your post ESC depression in check. Georgia this year as much of a shock NQ for me as Iceland 2016. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Georgia this year is probably one of the most shocking non-qualifiers ever to me. It's in my top three. Yeah. Um, I'm very surprised about it too, but I would have been even more surprised, or mostly like maybe pissed off if Slovenia would have been announced as the non-qualifier. Like I wouldn't be able to take that. I can't take both Latvia and Slovenia. I wouldn't be able to get that. Getting mentally ready for the after season already. Yeah. Literally forgot about Eurovision 2017 and it turned out to be one of my favorite years in terms of songs. 2017 was good. 2017 was good. The problem is that, for example, we all voted for Latvia this year, but if no countries had them in their top 10, then it got 0 points. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Or, yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. Um, I really hope they didn't get 0 points. But I do have a feeling like they could absolutely They could absolutely have finished last in the semi. I just hope not. Like, of course, it would hurt if they finished 11th, like 1 point away, but that's what kind of what I'm hoping for actually happened. Like, I want them to have been really close to making it. Because if they weren't, then I'll just continue living in the world like, okay, I guess we're all very, very different, and they don't really have as much of a fan base as I want them to have. Not too shocked for Georgia. There were many female ballads in the semi. That's a good point, actually. That's a good point. Like Armenia definitely took some points off of Georgia. Also, like we had Lithuania there at the end. We had Estonia, of course, probably took some points as well. Yeah, can't wait for the watch-alongs. Thank you for making us discover the older editions. It's so awesome. My pleasure. I'm having a lot of fun with it as well. I mean, I've watched all of these older years, but I haven't watched them that often. So like, especially the years in the '80s, they're kind of like a refreshing new watch for me as well. Um, It'll be prepared to be compared to Jorge Chroni for eternity. Maybe. Press the banner at the top that say Grand Final Running Order. Where? Grand Final Running Order. Draws from the running order? Is it this? I don't know. uh, Based on the draw, the producers of Eurovision 2023 will decide the running order in the grand final. The running order will be decided and announced shortly after Thursday's semifinal 2. But shortly after, I mean, how long are we gonna sit here? Are we gonna sit here until 2 a.m.? Then I'm not gonna do it. Like, I need to get to bed, honestly. Um, if Georgia didn't get 11th, Twitter will actually implode. Yeah, surely Georgia was 11th. Like, there's no way they weren't 11th. Hi Groot, hi chat. I kind of feel like I should have responded to that like, bye everyone, because I gotta go. But uh, usually it's around 1:30 a.m. So one more hour. No, I can't do that. I got work to do. um, Last year was after 2. Yeah, no, I can't take that risk. You know I can't. I'm sorry, but I would have loved to, honestly, but not on a Thursday night, and I'm already pretty tired. So no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna close the stream. However, should be noted, like for everyone right now that's watching, tomorrow I will stream again, and my friend Santi will join me. If you've seen either of the streams that I've done with him, then you know him by now. If you don't know him, well, you can get to know him tomorrow, I guess, because we're gonna predict the final. That's what the point of the stream tomorrow will be all about. Some discussion about the songs that have made it, and basically we're gonna predict the entire final. Maybe even if we're feeling really ambitious and we got a lot of time, maybe we'll predict how both the jury and the televote rankings. We'll see. I don't have any plans, but there will absolutely be a stream tomorrow night where we predict the final. So if you're interested in that, you know now. It's not Santi Cazorla, Andy, and you know that it's not. um, so yeah, there's always that. Be on the lookout for that tomorrow if you're interested in that. For now, though, we gotta say bye bye. Hope you like. Don't stay awake to check the running order. Look at it tomorrow morning. You shouldn't stay awake too much longer now. Do like me, check it tomorrow morning, and yeah, have a good one until I hopefully see as many of you as possible tomorrow. So yeah, have a good one, and bye bye.
to get lost in yesterday, to bring back all these things. I know you love them, I know you love them, but I know that I can try again to warm your heart. Please understand, things don't stay forever. We say we want to make a change. I must admit it feels a little strange to see it in a different way. And even if it passes by, this isn't how we say goodbye. Just until next time. There's nothing wrong with shedding tears to make sure that your side is clear and bring to light all your silly fears.
It's terrific. I'm so proud of you.
Just when you forgot, maybe take the time to stop and cherish what we have instead of missing what we had. You only notice when it's gone because to satisfy what you long for, you will have to try again to fill your heart. Please understand, things don't stay forever. You know you've got to make a change. You must admit it feels a little strange to see it in a different way. And even when it passes by, that